Sorry, can I just, that's quite significant because it's at 42 metres.
Julian Walsh, General Manager, Strategic Capability. It's around 49 metres.
49 metres. Because I've got a couple of mates who are happy to sort of put some scuba gear on. I say that lightly, but obviously there are health and occupational health and safety issues. Senator Hefner might be able to dive down for it, but when will that be retrieved, that flight data recorder?
We're working to do that as soon as reasonably practicable. An important initial part of the process will be to do a reconnaissance of the actual site to confirm its location, that it's still there. To confirm.
No, Senator.
Well,
we have imagery of it pretty much in
situ. So it doesn't deteriorate?
That's solid state recording equipment, Senator.
So historically, it's about 5 years or 65 years now, is it?
Going on for 2009.
We'll be going on 6.
Yeah, going on for 6.
Going on 6.
So 5.5.
Historic, there are other flight data recorders that have been recovered at that sort of age that are still okay?
Yeah, we're confident that provided the recording devices were functioning correctly and were recording correctly, there's no reason why there shouldn't be good usable data off the recorders.
Right. Would there be any difficulty? No, thank you. Would there be any difficulty once they're recovered and digital copies are made for a copy of that to be provided to this committee, if the committee was so minded to request it?
I'd need to take that on notice. There'd certainly be issues to address in terms of the CVR, more so than the FDR. The flight data recorder information would be classified as restricted information, and obviously there's mechanisms to provide that to the committee. The CVR data obviously is a lot more sensitive and comes under the guise of an on-board recording.
Sure.
I'd actually need to understand a bit more fully the implications of that.
The pilot, Dominic James, would be given an opportunity to have access to those as a matter
Yes,
of
that's
course.
correct.
Yes,
So
that will definitely be done, Senator. The broader question, given the very strong protections that are put in place for cockpit voice recorders, is the extent to which we are entitled
would it be, and I'll be guided by the Chair, this is my final question. It is my final question.
So you're game. I'm guiding now, especially this hour of the night.
Bullock and I are running a book.
If the committee were minded to ask for regular updates about the progress of the report without in any way compromising confidential information, just to get a broad outline of where you're at, would there be any difficulty for the ATSB to provide the committee this information?
The Commission has asked for regular updates on the progress of the report, and that's the extent of our involvement at this stage, Senator, so we'd be happy to provide that material to this committee.
Would that
as
be
well.
useful to the committee?
Okay.
I think that there's a consensus that it would be.
So can I
Chair, thank you very much.
Yeah, like, the thing that was odd at the time about this to me was that it was downgraded from a critical incident, was it? What was the critical?
Safety issue, Senator.
Critical safety issue to something else. But just remind me, was it the chief pilot of PelAir that went to work over it? Was it CASA, or where did he go to work?
I genuinely can't recall, Senator.
Well, there's someone, I think there's someone completely uninvolved at the back of the room nodding his head. So I think it was CASA. And I actually thought that had the potential to be a conflict of interest. Anyhow, I mean, I think all of that behind us, we're going to have another crack at it.
Yes, Senator.
God bless you.
Mr. Foley, Chair, if I can you just give us